Hello, everybody. Ethan the Human here, bringing you a new episode of the Hyper Dragon Ball Z podcast. Before we get into this, this is a pre-recorded message that's going to go before, just saying that there's going to be a little bit of an audio problem with Hex specifically. We're still sorting out our recording software that's going to hopefully fix all of these audio issues out, but I think it'll be okay. Hopefully, you guys can still enjoy the episode. And so, yeah, I'll bring you right to it. But before that, I just want to thank you guys again for listening to the Hyper Dragon Ball Z podcast. And I hope you guys look forward to the next episode with our special guest. What's his name?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our third official podcast. It's been a while since we've seen you, but we have a lot of stuff to discuss. This time, I'm welcomed with my friends Ethan the Human and Skyclaw. Walrus isn't here this time, but he will be back soon. How you guys been lately?
I've been pretty good, working hard, but it's about time that I finally got something in the game again,
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good too. Just been streaming and catching up on Dragon Ball Super. And now some new hype.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening there. But to avoid spoilers for Super, Ethan, you just finished a really big project for HTBZ you've been working on for a couple months. Could you explain what you just got done?
Yeah, that's right, Hex. I've basically been spending the past couple months. I mean, if you've listened to the podcast, you probably already know what I'm talking about, and if you're hanging around the Discord, you might know as well. But I have been color separating Frieza for Hyper Dragon Ball Z. And so now that I've uploaded it, he's got a whole new set of palettes. He's got just a ton of color separation. I'm not sure if everyone here knows what that is, but basically, he's got a lot more options for color separation. And Golden Frieza isn't going to look like Mustard Boy anymore. He's going to actually look like Golden Frieza from the show, with the purple mouth and hands and whatever, and his legs are brown, whatever. Anyway, it's just I did something really cool. It's going to be in the game, and it's all about Frieza. And I'm really proud of what I've done, and so I hope you guys enjoy it.
I know I enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Sky, have you taken playing a pilot for it?
Yeah, I've played with Golden Frieza. I haven't made any of my own palettes for it yet. I'm probably going to get on that soon. But the sheer separation on that palette is so good. It's so juicy.
Yeah,
That's the word, juicy.
I submitted my own palette, and Ethan secretly hates it, but he loves it too.
I secretly hate it because I had to remake it. Anyway, if you guys want to make a palette for this new Golden Frieza, there will be a link to the download in the description, as well as, obviously a link to the Hyper Dragon Ball Z Discord, where you can also download it from there. And I'm still taking in palette submissions for future updates, so if you guys want to send me one, go ahead.
I'll be sending one in the near future.
Yeah, near future. Everybody, so a big thing just happened in the HDBZ realms of reveals.
Oh boy.
A certain trailer and release of a character just dropped. Skyclaw and Ethan. Who do y'all think it was?
Was it Farmer Z2?
I mean, he's been confirmed for years.
Ooh, Farmer. Ooh.
But in all seriousness, Boo has been released, everybody. He's in his public beta form. Not officially. We're not in the 5.0 update, which will make him in the roster. But he's in the public beta phase where anybody can download him and play. And how have y'all been liking Boo visually, mechanic-wise, everything?
He's dirty. Super Boo's nice, though. I really like him.
Okay, well, I'm not one of those guys who are like all about the movesets and stuff. I'm not great with my fighting games, but I will say Barker pulled out all the stops with it. Pretty much every animation is like so fluid, When I first looked at it, I was like, is he going to be able to match Balthazar's quality? But now that I've played him, I know that like any future character Barker makes is going to be great because Super Boo is great. He looks great. He has so much character to him. I love the expressiveness in his face and his body with all of his animations and all the gooey stuff he does.
Yeah, his intros,
Yeah,
win
great.
poses, they're all really good.
Hex.
Did y'all? It's crazy though because this is Barker's first character as a Z2 teammate.
Yeah.
He
It's
just
really impressive considering the fact that Barker like only kind of just started spriting with Boo, you know? Well,
yeah. What was
not
it? Here?
it wasn't like directly like with Boo, but like he had just started spriting when he started working on Boo, and he's just come such a long way. He's learned so much, and it's really inspiring to guys like me who are also starting out with spriting. You know, you
Agreed.
really can make something like super awesome like that, and it's just great.
Yeah, you can go on the Mugen forums and you can pretty much track the whole progress from when he started Boo till now. And like the timeline of it's actually really cool to look through.
I agree. Like I think he's got a picture floating around. If it's in the Super Boo channel of the Hyper Dragon Ball Z Discord, where he shows like every stage of Boo that he's sprited so far, like the standing sprite, and even though most of them look really great, you can just see how much better he's gotten with time.
With shading and positioning and everything.
Yeah, with everything.
Now, before we move on to the next big reveal, Skyclaw, you are a fighting game enthusiast in gameplay.
I am.
You taking
I
a
am.
shot playing as Boo, or
I have played with him a little bit. He just came out and I've been a little bit busy, so I haven't become an expert with him or anything, but I have played him and he is, dude, he's so fun to play as. So like a lot of his moves and everything, like the way they just kind of flow together are like really, really cool. And like the animations, like Ethan was saying, are also really nice. So like the one move that he has, like when he like does the teleport and he shoots the ball and say that again.
vice shot?
Yeah, I don't know the names of the moves, but they just all look really aesthetically pleasing, right? Like just like different things that he does, and like turning into the goo and floating on the, like sliding on the ground, and
Yeah.
turning into the ball and like bouncing you through the air and stuff. Like everything he does is really, really clean, and he seems really good. He's got really long limbs. So yeah, right now he's looking really fun.
Agreed. He also has a combo breaker. First character in the game to have one.
Yeah, like a kind of like a Guilty Gear thing.
Yeah. But Ethan and Sky. For anybody who's seen the entire trailer, there was a certain special reveal at the end.
A little special guest.
Yeah, a very glorious
But
guest.
before moving on, one, Barker was the spriter for anybody. I mean, Barker was the spriter for anybody who wants to know, and the coder was X Gargoyle. We have to give him thanks. He really made a technically sound character with his coding.
I would
Yeah.
start clapping, but rip the audio.
Yeah.
They together they delivered a really good character, and the Ike build has not yet been updated to have Boo. You have to wait for the Ikeman update, but sadly, very sadly, people have just been pretty much deleting Bobbity and replacing him with Boo.
I mean, you know,
it's Bobbity.
it's Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. I mean, we didn't have Bibbidi in the game, but it seemed only logical.
Yeah,
we love
Bobbity, but Boo has to be in the online build for now.
Well, that will
I
be
can agree.
updated soon.
Yeah, Rodney and F Class are working on it.
Do you guys think that there's a feasible way to put Boo in the roster without the roster looking like asymmetrical?
No, not at all.
Maybe you could take
right
up like a
now,
middle slot?
Right now, it'd be rough to do that.
I've never been so frustrated by roster placement.
I'm thinking like on the top, like a line above what the current roster is, and then like in the middle-ish.
But then the bottom won't have one, so it's not symmetrical.
Okay, how about
Ooh.
you take who's in the middle right now? Is it Frieza?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so there's a line above the current roster. Boo is on the left, Frieza's on the right, and in the middle where it originally was, it's random select.
Okay, then you click random and you get Golden Frieza and you win.
Yeah.
True.
Here, no, ready? I got it. You have the square the way it is now. You take Mr. Satan out of the square and you put Boo in, reorganize it however you want, and you just put Mr. Satan at the top middle because he's the champ.
Oh, true.
Yes.
You have Mr. Satan at the top middle.
Okay, everybody do that. Problem solved.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay, and moving on to the reveal at the end of the Boo trailer. So, how?
Super perfect.
Perfect.
We all thought he was coming, but we all
Yeah.
thought no one would take up those dots.
Yeah. You know, whenever you talk to a dev, it's all just like, how are we going to do those dots? But I guess I guess they're gonna find a way. I kind of saw this coming because I was told by a very notorious leaker, Walrus Louis. Not sure if you've heard him before. I was talking to him like one day, and he was he was leaking me Bulma, right? But he did it accidentally, so I was giving him crap about it. He was like, "Dude, how could you leak Bulma like that?" And he's like, I'm not. By the way, guys, wouldn't it be awesome if Cell was in the game?" So from that moment, I kind of saw it coming, but just seeing it is like really awesome. If you check out Barker's Twitter, I'll also link that in the description. He's been posting the different animations. He's got like get hits now, and those look really fluid in motion. I was worried that like a complicated character like Cell would be kind of stiff, but with those get hits especially, it just looks really well animated.
Walt's gonna hate you.
one of the coolest things I think about Cell's Edition is like I followed Hyper DBZ I think since 2014, and the coolest thing to watch the growth of it is with the addition of Cell, you have the three major DBZ bad guys. You have Frieza, Cell, and Boo. So like it becomes more and more of a complete DBZ game. You know what I mean? Like some people out there, early days, complained that the roster was too small, that there was like Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and there wasn't enough diversity. But now with like the way the roster is now, and then with the addition of like Cell, it's become like a complete DBZ game. Like it's really cool.
Not even that, but it's kind of become like a dream roster, you know? You've got
Yeah.
like the most popular characters, except maybe like Broly or whoever likes that, but it's just like the really cool, really important characters are now being made. So I guess after this, you got to think where they're going to go from here. Once all the announced characters are done, there's a lot of opportunity for more like kind of different characters that you wouldn't really expect in a Dragon Ball Z fighting game.
So and characters have been getting announced left and right.
Yeah. We should go over. We did this on the first podcast. What's the announcement number of characters we have now?
Okay, so let's keep track. There's right now Cell, Gotenks,
2,
Krillin,
3,
18,
4,
Tien,
5,
and Bulma. If you say that counts, I say it does.
Yes, so 6, and then
so that's 6. Then there's at least like 7 secret characters, I believe. But let's just stick with 6 for now. We've got a roster of 10 now, plus 6. That's quite a lot.
17.
Yeah, dude.
Indie game of sprite animations with 17 characters.
That's absurd.
Well, now that we have the news covered, I think the main topic we'd like to discuss is many people think Hyper DBZ can only branch out to DBZ characters and stuff like that. But I've been discussing with pretty much the ideal generator and organizer of Z2, Iced.
Lord Iced.
Yeah, really great guy. And of course, his character isn't confirmed, but he tells me whenever he sees a character he likes, he generates a lot of ideals for a possible moveset and such. So, a character ideal he gave me was Champa. How do you about it?
Yeah. Champa, you gotta ask when Beerus, but at the same time, I was just talking about like, unique characters that you wouldn't really find. Champa's a lot more unique than Beerus is with the way he talks and he fights. He's still got elements of Beerus mixed in, except he's also like really comedic, really I guess kind of fat. You can make a lot of fat moves, even though he's not that fat. But it's just going to be great to even think that the potential of a fat little kitty in the game. It kind of warms my heart. Kind of sad that it's not confirmed as an official project, but at the same time, I'm really excited because I haven't even looked at these guidelines. I can't wait to see what kind of ideas Ice has got going on because I know that guy's a madman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Champa would be nasty.
So the way we can go through this is I'll bring up a certain aspect that Ice has given me of Champa, and we can discuss how he believes he could go through with that. Of course, these ideals, like even for a character like Boo, who is in the game, his base ideals, what Ice puts down on paper, is nothing like what he comes out as. Everything changes in development, but we can at least see insight of how Z2 creates characters, right, guys?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
the
It's not
process.
like every idea made changes. There's always going to be elements of what Ice thinks combined with some stuff from the spriters, maybe the coders as well, and it's all going to mesh into one beautiful thing. But Ice is generally the big bad when it comes to the ideas, and yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so the thing about HCBZ characters is that they're all fundamentally and mechanically different. This is emo activations, which is their transformation, or just a gameplay mechanic that pushes them to be different than each other. Right? Boo has his puddle and armor and emo, and Vegeta has infinite EXs and stuff like that. For Champa, Ice has said, so I want to see what y'all think about this. He says Champa should have a hunger meter.
A hunger meter. So is he going to be eating stuff?
Yeah. He says some of his moves would eat up that bar, so certain super attacks, Skyclaw.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any characters from Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear that have mechanics?
Yes. So I was waiting for you. So basically Guilty Gear. I forget his name. I think he's one of the Kisuke's. He's like related to Kai Kisuke. I forget his name, but he's Guilty Gear Zerd, and he has like a hunger meter, and like his moves take up part of that meter, and he has to like eat chicken to refill that meter. If that meter runs out, he gets like tired and he can't perform his moves as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a similar mechanic to that, Champa will be using up his meter with normal super attacks and moves such as, he says, generate a black hole. Those that ball of energy he had when he was mad at Hit and Goku for ending the tournament. He says his ideal for that isn't just a normal key blast. Of course, it's generate a black hole. A ball of energy is generated. It remains grounded, and any kick throws the ball around, ricocheting around the edges.
Oh, that
So
sounds really fun. It's like a
soccer
pinball kind of thing.
Yeah, soccer or pinball. Really, he says is ricocheting around the edges. Repeating the move destroys the ball at any time. And it uses his godly ball and snack. He calls it a snack attack. And he spelled it. he spelled it with a C. Katak.
Okay.
So that he felt like saying cat. Okay. Yeah. But snack attack. That move is it's gonna be his move to replenish his godly bar after eating food. And as y'all,
we went over the food meter. What exactly is the God bar?
the god bar, I guess, would be the name of his food meter.
Oh, okay.
Really, I mean, that's really like mechanically interesting when y'all think about it. It would make him really aggressive overall, but then you'd have to pull back and eat your food.
Yeah, true. Like if you've got a mechanic like that, it kind of gives you an excuse to give him moves, like give Champa moves that are really kind of powerful inherently, because they take up an extra meter that you need to fill up. They kind of need to be a little bit better than everyone else's moves. So you really can have like a really powerful God of Destruction character while still keeping it balanced in a way.
Yeah, it's the same concept older games used with charge characters or some current games. Because you have to put in that extra work to do something, they have generally more powerful moves. But
Yeah.
there's even more to this outline. And wow.
So on the note of like the moves, like the hunger meter, I just remembered his name. If you look at like Guilty Gear Zerd, His name's Sin Kisuke. He's got the hunger bar, and he's generally seen as a really, really powerful character. He's got really good moves. But that's offset by the fact that he has to replenish that bar. So sometimes he has to end his combos early. That way he can eat food to replenish the bar.
Yeah,
So I could see something similar being with Champa.
an HDBZ character who has to end combos early.
That's tragic.
That's like in a game where you're doing big combos and you carry somebody from one end of the screen to another. Just the sole fact that he will have to end early for a whole separate mechanic from fighting says a lot for the type of ideals that go into characters.
Yeah, it really changes up the meta when you think about it. This, like, even with that idea alone, he's going to play a lot different from every other character.
Yeah. There's a little bit more to this outline. We have intros and outros, which is crazy. He's even thinking this far ahead.
And you know Ice loves his intros and win poses.
I'm waiting for Sonic reference.
Really? Sonic reference?
I mean, every character, they deserve.
Do you not see the Sonic reference, like, in the character? All he needs to do is just grab an umbrella and yell Froggy.
Oh no. That would be a Sonic reference. That would be a pilot. But
add the separation for like the belly. That would be cool.
On to outros and intros. One of them could be Vados materializes with Champa, you know, that whole tap the ground and teleport thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Vados will leave Champa behind. You know, that's just standard, right?
Yeah, that you kind of expect that.
Yep. It gets better the farther down you go. Champa looking away from the opponent, all in shadow, deep purple eyes. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Ooh. And
then Champa in his full Hakushin clothing, if y'all saw it. It's from the manga. I think it's been in the anime once, but it's when they're in their full-on God of Destruction clothing, and they have the hat on. And
I'll have to look back.
I think they showed it when they were all bowing, like before the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, pretty sure. But here's my favorite one, honestly. Champa eating a hot dog.
Yeah, look, there's your next Sonic reference. He's chowing down on a radical chili dog.
God dang it, Ethan. But yeah, to move on to some even funnier ones. Champa in a cardboard box, peeking from the top, hissing.
That'd be great. And his back stands up.
Yeah, so a cat meme. I really love Ice and the Z2 team sometimes. Wow.
Yeah. They really get that, like, you can tell that while they do take themselves seriously, they allow themselves to kind of have fun, which I don't think would be possible in like an official game. You wouldn't see Champa being like that in an official game, but this allows it for it to have a lot more character, you know?
Oh god, a lot of the official DBZ games take it too seriously, and it only pretty much focuses on the fighting and forgets Dragon Ball is comedic also.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you saw Vegeta trying to stomp on Sonic for an intro?
DeviantArt?
Or Luffy. Or when he stomps on Birder like 7 times.
Yeah.
Big Goku chasing down Sonic. Oh, another reference.
You really like that Sonic thing.
There's too many Sonic references. You can't run from it. I mean, it's smart. I love it.
Yeah.
I think, dude, one of my favorite intros is the Piccolo one, where it's like Piccolo comes in with a clone and they're like sparring, and then he fuses together and he's like, I wasn't aware we had company. Like, ooh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's also a really good one. I love seeing that.
On the topic of intros, y'all that submitted Boo Sprite intros for Orleans?
Oh boy, I made one of those. Woo! But yeah.
Which one? Which one did you make?
I made the Golden Booza one. So I did like an initial sprite. I I did use a little bit of a edited face from a pre-existing Boo sprite, but the idea was I made the Golden Boozer version. He's got like his arms. He's in the classic Golden Frieza pose, whatever. Um, I did get a little bit of help on it from Bomb Salt, but yeah. So if you see that one, you can know your boy Ethan drew that up. It is pretty weird though, because Frieza and Golden Frieza are named the same in the game. You have to do like a special requirement to get to my special intro. Um, it's only available through Boo's
What was it?
absorption win pose. And you can only get it by absorbing Frieza when you've got more than 80% health, I think.
Yeah, I think it is 80% or like 70, but you pretty much do perfectly or near perfectly.
Well, I mean, the result's perfect.
Yeah, Sky, have you
Yup.
you have a favorite absorption you've seen?
I'm a bit of a degenerate, so probably the Android 18 one.
Ah,
True.
You know, the Android 18 one, you know, that one's up there on the list. That's a really good one.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to trigger it really easily, but if you go through the files and you find Yamcha's one, that's pretty great. It's kind of like Boo absorbing Yamcha, but being blown up by a Cyberman simultaneously, and it's just really funny.
Man, I mean, you'll never probably see it in standard HDBZ play, but my favorite one was the Morrigan one.
Oh, Morgan, yes.
I just couldn't hold back loving how nice it looks, but also laughing at how dumb it looks.
I think like the concept of a wife Boo, like a waifu, but it's Boo, has always intrigued me ever since like Xenoverse, and just seeing like the crazy like female Boo absorbed sprites, it's kind of got me messed up, man. I must say.
Boo as an
Hey, man.
succubus. That's so. That's
Speaking of
just wild.
speaking of like hypothetical characters and intros and win poses and stuff, I just need someone to have a Midnight Bliss kind of move. Because those Midnight Bliss sprites for all the characters are so good, but in vanilla hyper we can never see them.
That is what I've been saying for ages, bruh.
Give
Like,
it to Bobby.
you can give it to Bobbity, although that would be kind of weird. But I was thinking, if Yamcha ever gets made, like Yamcha could have like kind of a win pose where he thinks about his opponent as a girl, about her Midnight Bliss sprite, like it's like a little cloud, and he thinks about it, and then he's like, "Oh crap!" And then he like runs away because he's afraid of fighting women, or like maybe something with Master Roshi? Question mark.
That would. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities going into it, but yeah, the HDBZ team has a lot of they put in work for even the Mugen community. If y'all have seen it or been inside the Gohan Discord, part of our Discord, JMP has just finished his buffer system for Mugen. Ethan, do you know that one? Do you know?
I do know what it is. I mean, I have when I notice the stuff that the system fixes, it's more when I play Satan, but basically it fixes a lot of stuff that Mugen kind of does wrong, and it makes it feel a lot more like a traditional like AAA game with the way inputs are taken. And I can't. I did play, and I think, but maybe it was a placebo effect. I'm pretty sure I felt a lot better, especially with the keyboard. Especially with the keyboard, he plays a lot easier. Like it's easier to bring out commands. They don't like not work as much.
Yeah. It's crazy how archaic and old Mugen is, and all of the work coders have done to make the game's play smoother. Because Mugen's base engine is like really crusty.
Yeah, isn't it like 15 years old?
Yeah, it's old.
Probably more. Wait.
I think it came out in like '99, right?
Yeah, but I think 1.0 came out in 2004. Am I right? Am I mistaken?
Maybe before. I don't even remember. Maybe before.
Man. Either way, it's really old.
Yeah. I was I remember when JMP first brought up how he really wants to fix his buffer system. I mean, he's been wanting to do it for years, but he never took the initiative about Jake Morphman. They worked together, and like they really put in detail to this. Like they asked me on my YouTube channel to submit how does hit interactions work with cross unders in Street Fighter. So yeah, they have details in it. Like Skyclaw, you play a lot of games, competitively. Have you tested out the buffer system yourself?
I've played with it briefly. I don't know if I can say that I don't know if I can say that I've used it enough to comment on it too much. I know I felt it, and it just already felt better. Due to some real life stuff, I haven't had the chance to really dig into it, which has been killing me because I want to play with Super Boo as well. But yeah, so far it already just feels better.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It just feels better right out of the gate.
Because
And I
when
think
you,
yeah.
I was gonna say, because when you play Mugen, it's like, it's weird because like HyperDB is so fun, but then like just Mugen's underbelly of it sometimes makes it feel janky, and then like the steps being made to make it feel less janky and just so much more polished, like you can really see it and like feel it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like sometimes you try to jump over somebody and like input a cross, but you can't do that in the original Mugen engine. So like, I guess people who don't play Mugen, like even competitively or just at all, won't understand how big of a fix this is for a 15-year-old bug. But
Yeah.
man, like
What I'm excited to see is hopefully, because when Max was doing streams with HyperDBZ when the Majin build dropped, one of his complaints was like the inputs, like some of the inputs being really janky. So I'm excited to see if when like maybe when 5.0 goes live, when someone like a big streamer like Max plays it and he feels like the new input system.
yeah, I definitely agree to that. Speaking of Max, Boo was revealed or shown first live on Maximilian's channel, which
Yeah.
amazes me.
Some people have like issue that Max got it before anyone else, but I was pretty happy because I knew that I wasn't gonna get it that day, and it was like a huge surprise when I like look on Twitch and Maximilian dude's playing a Super Boo, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know.
I think it's cool because, I mean, what better way to my bad. I got something just happened. Anyway, what better way to reveal the character than on a huge stream for a streamer that really, really enjoys the game, you know? Like
Yeah,
putting it
it's
on
like,
putting it on my channel, which is growing but still really, really small, like that's not going to show it to that many people. Like it's not.
Yeah, I can definitely see your point. A lot of people are saying, well, Max got it a day earlier, but that's still not fair because we're in the Discord. Max will take 6,000 viewers. And
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all saw the comments, conundrum happened where everybody wanted updates and help with the Discord and online build. And of course, I came in and said, all right, cool, I'll help everybody. But I guess it became a community or Twitch chat agreement that I was a dev, which I'm not. I promise. Ice don't hurt me. I promise I'm not a dev.
yeah. But you know, I kind of want to thank you for like helping with like the front. I'm sure we got like quite a few players coming in who didn't know what they were doing, and you really helped them out. You know.
Yeah, I stayed up for about 3 extra hours just helping everybody because of the enjoyment of helping new people join this game.
Yeah.
But I agree very much that Max playing was really nice. His complaints with the Eichmann build have also changed. If y'all remember his first stream, he said he wouldn't play Eichmann because he thought it was like a give your IP thing. But I mean, y'all should know we use Hamachi Ball for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, I feel like maybe one day Max can start, playing online with his fans. Would y'all like to see the day where you could play Maximilian in HDBB?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That would be great. I try to fight him. I'd kind of meme around, see if I could get on a video.
Make your own boss rage or something.
Oh, sure.
But HTBZ, I mean, Max isn't the only notable FGZ icon that gave HTBZ like a real big notice. Some of y'all may not get this, but Justin Wong has showed a lot of interest in this game. And
Yeah.
for y'all who don't, yeah, Justin Wong, for y'all who don't know, he's like one of the best fighting game players in the world right now. Well, for a lot of years, really.
They even named the mechanic after him in Marvel 3. It's called the Wong Factor.
Yeah.
I don't want to mark out here, bro, but Balthazar is listening in on the chat, and Iced is also here. My enthusiasm really high for this. If you guys didn't know, we record these podcasts live, and we announce them on on the Discords or wherever, and you guys get the chance to listen in on it live, and we kind of have kind of a Twitch chat thing going on. And so I'm pretty hyped. This is the first time we've had so many people listening in. It's pretty great.
Yeah, easy enough for y'all who don't get it. We did this a couple times before, and it's really helping to give discussion, like, just have people see us live, and they also get to hear some of our bloopers or things we cut out on the YouTube version because we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like if we slip up or say something dumb, they get to hear it. So, I mean, if you want to hear Hex as an I, or Ethan or Skyclaw say something dumb or really Ethanish as in stupid, we just listen to it live in the Discord. That link will also stay in the description. Also, I don't know if Sky has been using it, but me and Ethan have been running the Twitter lately.
Yeah, we've got a Twitter going on.
I
so you guys can check that. Links in descripts, yo.
Yeah, Sky.
I haven't messed with it yet because over the last couple of weeks I've been having like major phone problems. So I literally just like 2 days ago got a new phone. I was like out of commission with my phone for a little while, so I'm still installing all of my old programs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, for the Twitter, for anybody who don't know, we make a lot of this on there. Ethan, he updates. He updates sometimes Golden Frieza. He does it on the YouTube channel also. But I make polls. I had a poll up. I deleted it, but it was about who should our next podcast be about, as in what topic, yada yada yada. We decided on it, and our special guest, we won't reveal now, but our very special guest for the next podcast will be joining for that. And I know my partners are excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully I get to make it, holding thumbs. With the time zones and stuff, it's pretty hard for all of us, basically, to be online at the same time. But we did it this time.
Yeah, we worked through it. So to cover, I guess, the elephant in the room in our comment sections once this come up, people are gonna ask, why has it been so long since the last podcast? This is a Hex thing, so I have to explain this for myself.
Hexism.
Yeah.
Get on Hex.
So one, the podcast has not been inactive at all. If you was a part of the Discord or just if you've been looking at Twitter a lot, we held a tournament, our very first online tournament. Actually, I think one of the first online tournaments for HTBZ that had as a big, I think we had 30 people?
Yeah, that's a healthy entrance pool.
For our first tournament though, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I myself was a TO with MFFA, Mugen Free for All. Really nice people. They helped me out. We set this all up. I'm planning to work with them at some time point again, but we held that tournament, and then we're gonna stream the tournament, live stream it. But things went wrong, so of course, yada yada, Hexism said, "Cool, I'm gonna comment the whole tournament," which I just finished as of recording this yesterday. So expect a stream. It's going to be an early access viewing of the tournament streamed on either our HTBZ Twitch once we make it, or the MFFA Twitch. And then afterward, we have a full schedule of a couple podcasts. Right now, we have 3 planned. This one we have covered. And then we have one with our special guest next. And Sky, what's the podcast me and you were supposed to be doing?
We're going to be doing a more competitive discussion about some of the characters in the game. I think the one that we want to do is Piccolo.
Yeah, either Piccolo or normal Goku, since we both play him.
Yeah.
Oops. That was my speaker, people. But
I can edit that out.
Yeah, cool. We're almost done with all that. Afterwards, after me and Sky get our next podcast done, I myself will also host another podcast tournament. Everybody who's wanting to join, I'm still debating whether or not it'll be region locked. So post in the Discord or in the comment section about whether or not it should. But it's gonna be a only tournament to give exposure for the characters and let people figure them out.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to push the character's meta, right? So we can learn more about the character faster.
Yeah. Get patches out a lot quicker. And I mean, that's really covering a lot of the bigger stuff we want to talk about. So to ask both of you, I mean, don't y'all miss Walrus?
Yeah, man. I haven't
Ethan.
heard from him in a while.
He's my buddy. I think that he's kind of gone because I paid him too much and I asked him to make me 2 sprites. It's been like a few months. Still hasn't made my sprites for me.
Yeah, I see you bugged him about it a lot. He says he's almost done now. But Walrus is planning to join back on the podcast soon, but I think he's moving or something like that. But we all send our love out for him. He'll be back, everybody. But it's why you didn't get his really excited intro and you're stuck with me, Hex. But I mean, the podcast and HTBZ overall, the community is like a family. So, you know, we're all waiting on each other and we really love each other as a family and like a community. Ethan and Sky and Walrus, I mean, I met you guys just from us all agreeing we should really do a podcast for HTBZ, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we can reiterate this, but this game has really done a lot for the Mugen community and for like a lot of people get into fighting games. They really count this as a real fighting game.
Yeah, it's Hyper DBZ is amazing, and I've always just wanted to get more people into it.
Also, low, the comments are having a little argument right now, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. But yeah. Is that every topic we've covered, or should we close out with something else?
I mean, I believe we covered everything, unless I'm forgetting something.
I feel like one of the devs will yell at us if we forgot everything.
Well, anyway, if we missed anything, we'll post that in the description. Everything is in the description. All the links. If you want to download the game, if you want access to the Discord, our Discord, the Hyper Dragon Ball Z Discord, if you want to donate to people's Patreons, all of that stuff's going to be in the description. And I think that I'm just going to announce a new feature. We should ask a question of the day for the comments. So my question to the audience right now is, how are you guys enjoying Boo?
Yeah, and a follow-up for Ethan's after you answer that. So I guess 3 questions this time. How do you like the reveal of Cell? And Sky, what's your question?
Putting me on the spot there.
Yeah, we took the easy ones.
You guys took Boo and Cell. You guys took Boo. How do you guys feel about poor Bobbity? Everybody taking him out of their online builds for now to replace him with Super Boo.
Oh man,
boy sleeping on my boy Bobbity.
Well, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming in and listening to live or on YouTube of the 3rd official HTB podcast. Yeah, the 3rd one. This one's all about Sean, and our next one will be with a very special guest who is